love me some Halo Esports skins, but what I love even more is Halo Esports competition. Tony, our match is finally ready to go. FaZe up against eUnited, live fire, Strongholds to kick things off. Should be a hell of a game one.
That it will be. This is the rematch of your elimination finals coming from Raleigh. eUnited going up against FaZe. I got the boys eUnited taking this game, or excuse me, this series, and Alex has them with FaZe going the distance here. Who's gonna come out on top? You have the sniper, you have the power-ups. Don't forget about the drop wall, the repulsor, and one of the kings of the map has to be the heat wave.
So much to work with, so many opportunities for eUnited to lose this series to FaZe, like I said. And we'll just have to see how it happens, of course. No bias. Can't wait to see both these teams perform. It's wild to see their position here in elimination bracket this early in the tournament, but somebody's going home and somebody's going in. We'll find out who it is. Started off with Spartan.
Spartan making his way over toward the C side of the map, and he's gonna have to run into two different players, one of them being his former teammate. Snip3down ends up getting the easy kill onto KingNick, having a sniper rifle in hand. Easy body shot, gonna have the double kill with the back smack and almost getting the triple onto Rayne.
Nice.
It ends up taking out 3 out of 4 members, does Eric Rona.
Rayne does manage to stall the situation with that repulsor, though, and gives eUnited a chance to recover from something that could have been deadly off a Snip3down. As I say it, BC currently controlled as well, so 26 and counting. RyaNoob with a snipe. Camo on bubu dubu, though. He's got a heat wave as well. Bubu, look at the opportunity he has. Shots into Rayne. Rayne not dead yet, but bubu now caught out. He does get 1 kill, but honestly, eUnited, they played that well.
Love the patience coming out of bubu dubu, going down to 1 shot and throwing an excellent denial to get the kill, but sadly, he ended up giving up his position a little bit early, and the cleanup comes in, and he's only going to get 1 on the board. Spartan now going in for the challenge, able to take down a first one, but not able to take down Snip3down, who both teams are fighting for dear life for Bravo.
Because bubu couldn't find a big impact with that play, eUnited, they kept their numbers. They managed to rotate out to B, keep the snipe in their hands, and keep the setup in their favor. 67 and counting here. RyaNoob with a line of sight on to Snip3down. Just playing it patient for now. You can see Bound Foul looking for a push up to C, so RyaNoob can't he pick up someone on the rotate. Just needs an opportunity. Sparty already has 1, so the defense looking good, assuming RyaNoob can keep defending.
eUnited dominating this game #1, but FaZe able to take away Bravo, so now they're having a 2-cap being A and B, which is really strong. They can control that sandbag side and stop anybody from pushing, whether it's from the power-up side street of the map or even the open field going from the C side. I like this A-B setup coming out of FaZe.
Was definitely an ideal setup for eUnited with BC, but what pulls them out is that OS, right? Or camo, sorry, that has been collected. We'll find out who has it in a sec. Might be Bound. It is Bound with the camo on the body. A currently held, so is C. Likely eUnited pouring out from B. You can see them already on C side, so Bound, he's got a whiff of it, but 2 dead. He's got to play this carefully.
Bound likes to actually drop down bottom middle, making his way over towards the pillar sides, camouflage and mangler in hand. Lets his position known. He thought someone was going to drop in and go in for that melee beatdown or mangler beatdown, but sadly not able to do so. He'll be hunted down, and RyaNoob not in a much better position, going all the way down to 1 shot and staying on the nest side, but the shots are starting to fly, and he's going down.
Nice attempt at a RyaNoob, making himself a hard kill, though. Snip3down has to work extra hard for it and expose himself a little longer. Does get the kill on the Nick as well, though, so he's starting to heat up here. AB still held down, and the rotation to C coming in. If they keep their numbers and win this, they'll have the map in their hands, assuming the dummy doesn't ruin Snip3down's day here. He'll re-rotate, but C currently being capped by FaZe. They got him where they want him.
eUnited still holding on to the lead, but FaZe ends up putting the double cap in. It's actually going to be an AC hold, so very hard to hold both of those positions. Eventually, they're going to rotate towards B, but bubu dubu with the sniper going to put that player in the dirt, and he's not done yet. He's going to up the tempo here, and that's 3 down for eUnited.
This is good. I like the fact that they got bubu rotated out to B here. Going to flip the spawns by doing this, and bubu can just hang out back B with the snipe and hold the sight line. Great position to be in if he stays elusive. Picked up the nades on his way there too. He's got a lot of firepower to work with just to check the spots. All 4 members of eUnited, though, they're pouring out from C, so bubu got to make a decision and do it quick.
And that was the keeper bubu staying elusive, but sadly it is going to be spotted. Luckily, he ends up getting the trade-off and kills, but 3 down go FaZe. eUnited should be taking advantage of this, exactly what they're doing. And now with a BC setup, once again going in favor of the boys in blue. What's Snip3down going to do with the camouflage, though?
eUnited's answer to get back C was so effective, though, right? 4-stack to do it. Now they put Snip3down in a tough spot. He gets a trade, but honestly, the best eUnited could have hoped for with everything he had there, especially because KingNick is still alive to make a play. Can't snap onto Bound. Gonna try to rotate out to B here. Fight's still going down. bubu has a back spec. They got presence on C. He tags body, but Nick drops that snipe, and now FaZe Clan are in position to grab it.
Bound making his LAN debut here at Halo Infinite. Actually, Raleigh, this is only his second LAN that he's attended his professional career, and man, has he had one amazing one making his way over towards Bravo, almost getting the cap, and the trip cap now gonna go in favor of FaZe Clan, but you know they're not happy with just that. They want to get the slays as well.
They definitely do. You can see eUnited is suffocated on A. Bound immediately off their spawn. Bound is already in position to tag him up. Nick's here as well. But Bound once again. Did that stick? Oh, it almost hit him. The hit marker from the heat wave came in and confused me either way. He's about to drop 2. He played that beautifully. Bound with the double. That ruins the resources at eUnited. They can't get back to the hills in time. And now we got a trip cap. Sparty's the only one to stop it.
eUnited were on an incredible run in the beginning of this game, but FaZe Clan have literally diminished their entire lead that they had, and now they're really putting on it. eUnited needs to spawn up, start to push together, and make something happen. Dying one at a time simply is not doing it, and now all 4 members go down for eUnited, and that's definitely not going to do it as well as FaZe once again having the trip cap and are already putting pressure on the A side spawners.
One thing's for sure in the long game here, FaZe are winning their fights. eUnited, you can see it on the scoreboard. Apart from Nick, Rayne right now 3 and 8. Sparty, even Sparty is negative, right? And I think a big part of eUnited's game plan is whether or not Spartan can pop off. And the biggest way to shut him down is to, okay, I think he was maybe trying to burn the ammo or something. Shut him down with the snipe. You know what? KingNick is the one with the snipe, so maybe he'll shut down FaZe.
Oh my God!
Instead, that was such a oh my God! What a triple! Big brain play out of Nick, and he's still going.
KingNick, New Jersey's finest, coming in with that beautiful play. The snipe right to the dome from top mid, ends up getting the remote detonation for the double kill, and the triple kill was absolutely insane. Young Nicholas is going off.
Can we just recount that quickly? He tags body on Falcated and then shoots the nade for the kill and then spins with perfect reticle placement on the spawner behind the podium and snaps and kills bubu. Everything was so calculated in that play and so well executed.
That it was 17 and 10 right now is a young KingNick with 8 assists as well, but now you have Spartan going in for a flank. He has a teammate with him. They still have the C-B side setup. Bound was over towards top tower. Spartan gets the shots off, goes in for the melee, able to get the killing spree. Now gonna drop down as another one goes down. Numbers going back in favor of eUnited, and they're not done yet as they've just taken the lead.
Now RyaNoob's got the snipe. All of a sudden, eUnited's starting to heat up here. Off that play from KingNick, that's got to be a confidence boost for the team. RyaNoob, all he has to do is follow it up and FaZe. They'll be staggered. Snip3down right now, he's weak back B here. Gonna toss all of his nades in there, make sure Snip3down dies. Unfortunately, Snip3down being elusive as hell. He does cap B. That forces RyaNoob out forward, and then RyaNoob dies to snipe. So Snip3down with a massive play, shuts down the sniper, and now Bound has it. My God.
Snip3down catching a few grenades from across the map. Bound, it did end up going down, so that snipe's gonna change hands. Body shot coming in immediately, not able to hit the second one, and all the snipe ammo being burned. Excellent use of the repulsor to try to avoid as much damage as possible, but eventually Snip3down goes down, and so do 3 out of 4 members of FaZe Clan.
Definitely some beautiful plays out of Snip3down to be a hard kill there. Slowed the roll of eUnited, tied the game as well. Maybe give Bound an opportunity to use the camo here. Can he make a play with it? Snip3down still in C, 1 player in the tower above. And Bound, convenient timing to make sure that player dies. That's Sparty on the death screen, bubu dubu in B, so the map in the palm of the hands of FaZe right now. Just a matter of collapsing on spawns, and I think Bound knows where to go.
The map in the hands of FaZe and looking to close it. They're looking to close the hand, make a fist here. Bound having the heat wave in hands, chucking some excellent grenades, ends up taking down the first one. Now gonna work on to the second one. Oh, the way to one shot, but Bound not able to get the double kill. That should have been easy for him, but Spartan coming up clutch with that one. Now the heat wave gonna change hands, bouncing the shots off the wall, dodging it. FaZe Clan going 3 down, does the damage, but Falcated answers right back with the double kill.
FaZe do seem to be getting the best of these trades, but man, eUnited, are they slippery? Can't believe they played Bound like they did. Either way, Falcated gonna walk away with the A cap, picked up the heat wave. B and C under contention from eUnited. 2:36 on the board, and eUnited, they do have the map. They're gonna have to play this perfectly. So far, we see trades, and we see an opportunity for Fal to flip things around, assuming he lives.
Falcated with the heat wave and the repulsor ends up getting the assist as they're both diving into Bravo. But both of them in the same exact position. Easy double kill coming out of RyaNoob, who quickly gets a hold of the sniper and is going to try to work on Bravo. But here comes the nades, body shotting bubu dubu. Great shot coming out of RyaNoob, and Bravo is going to go in the hands of eUnited.
eUnited know the pressure's coming in to see here. RyaNoob with a change of sights. Does he hit 2 with that? I think he might have tagged 2 players. Bound and Foul now dead. And eUnited with C once again. RyaNoob back top tower. Camo about to spawn. And a shot to the knee of bubu dubu. Thankfully the man's still alive, but RyaNoob, he's hitting shots.
Let me tell you, man, I just noticed Spartan and Nick having 43 of the team's 73 kills in total right now. They're really slaying out, but RyaNoob gonna get a chance to with a sniper rifle. Sadly, he's going to be hunted down here by Bound, and now we try to switch over to bubu dubu, but he's gonna hit the black screen as well. So back over to Spartan, 22 and 14 right now, and with the heat wave in hands, gonna try to heat somebody off the map.
Spartan tried to make a sneaky play, but Foul was there checking his corners. Now Spartan off the map. They didn't cap C, though. A under contention. They got A, B, 237 and counting here to 241. Can they hold it to take the game, though? eUnited going to push B. The battle for B is the battle for the game here. And Sparty's got to get there. We got 2 defenders for 248. The final 2 seconds. They can't make it in time, and FaZe will shut out eUnited and go up 1-0 in game 1.
FaZe stealing game number 1 from eUnited, who were quite dominant in the first half, but FaZe stepping up when the time was right. That's why bubu dubu staring at his watch right now. Apparently, it's game time.
It is game time. My God, what a game that was, though, right? FaZe coming out with so much energy, so much heat off the start, and then eUnited, they found a way to answer, and man, was it an answer, right? KingNick with that play to shoot the nade to kill Foul, the spawn kill that we saw, and that kind of set the cogs in motion. That snipe then transferred hands to RyaNoob. RyaNoob was popping off with snipe. One player that wasn't popping off, not to point him out, but I mean, Rayne, I think he was negative that whole game. I believe at one point I checked it was like 6 and 12 or something. He was heavily negative. And when you got a teammate, I want to say you play, when you have a teammate that's not playing well, you play as well as your weakest link, if that makes sense. Everyone needs to be performing, and it just seemed like FaZe, they had that on lock.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Rayne bounces back going throughout the whole Pro Series on every Thursday night. He was actually the secondary slayer on this roster, so I would not be surprised going into game number 2 if he really pops off in the Slayer, when slaying's the only thing that matters. First to 50 kills, take the win. We're going on to Streets, where there's plenty of goodies, and I know for a fact eUnited are very comfortable on this map.
They definitely know how to play it. Like you said, Rayne, it's up to him to pop off. Of course, the rest of his team, but maybe even more so Spartan. Spartan, he played well, of course. I believe he was positive in that game. He held his own, but typically when Spartan plays well, he is destroying the opposition. He is, dropping 20, 25 kills. He's got half the kills on his side when they win these Slayers, so it could also be in his hands to control this and set the series back on their side. Currently, FaZe, though, they do lead.
Like you said, Spartan was one of the leading Slayers on the team. KingNick also not only was the leading Slayer, but also having an incredible amount of assists as well. When last time I looked at his scoreboard, it was like 28 kills and 16 assists, by far more than anybody else on the team. I want to see him have just as good as a game, and like you said, I want to see Rayne stepping it up as well. But Falcated, the breakout player of Raleigh, if you ask me, already getting himself a bulldog in hands.
Like you said, Foul with the bulldog, but with no teammates. So he'll rotate quick into the arms of Nick, and thankfully Nick does win that trade. The bulldog going to go back down, though. Looks like bubu dubu in position to collect it. Doesn't, though. Instead, does get the thrust. Maybe a teammate will grab that bulldog. We'll see. RyaNoob definitely not going to be holding on to those rockets. They drop, and bubu dubu gets them instead and gets a double with it as well. Can he turn it into more? Rayne still alive in Subway. They got sights on him, but FaZe, they're starting to lock it down, despite eUnited with the win on the opening strat.
Yeah, eUnited definitely started off the game absolutely incredible, but FaZe answering right back. Bubu dubu with the Rockets going right after Spartan takes down Falcated. So, looks like both of these teams fighting for that map control, and FaZe still knowing exactly where eUnited spawns, so they're continuously pressuring the A side of the map.
The entirety of FaZe prepared for that spawn in PD. They're letting them spawn out PD and locking things down on both sides here, though. Snip3down not ready for the late push out from KingNick. Now it's his turn to run away. Thankfully, Snip3down somehow skates by. KingNick still alive in PD. They know he's there, though. And a good time to reposition. Looks like he's got the carbine to work with, too. We'll see if it comes into play. Gonna try to play it slow here on B as well, and Snip3down will try his hand again to fight him.
Snip3down forced to back down. He doesn't want to battle it out with royalty. KingNick going in for the shots, but it looks like he ends up sending two does FaZe to take him down, as 3 out of 4 members of eUnited end up hitting the black screen, and FaZe going to try to capitalize on these newfound numbers.
FaZe doing a good job of working together, though, right? You saw Snip3down 2 separate occasions, does not commit to the 1v1. Instead, he finally commits to that challenge when he's got Bound with them for the 2-man push. As long as they continue to play in pairs, they can walk away with these advantages. They got top map, they got Rockets as well, or they had him. Foul gonna die. Rockets sit down. Bound needs to live. He's gonna try to rotate, but can't do it. So now the Rockets, they still sit back A.
And Snip3down hits the black screen as well. eUnited having multiple players up. This is exactly what you want to see out of eUnited. Bound now going to be by himself over towards PD. He's going to be by himself. I want to see him capitalize on that, but hold on. I was incorrect. Falcated is also back A with the Rockets, so definitely want to slow things down there.
Definitely want to be careful on the push. Does tag a player. It's not enough to get the kill. Still got one more rocket and an opportunity to impact as well. That's 2 dead and a second. Double onto Nick. 3 members of eUnited down in quick succession. Rayne still up in Subway. Not sure they know he's there. He got Bound in Subway as well. We'll see how they elect to play. It looks like everyone's spawning up alley. Spartan and Nick actually looking for a play through B side.
All 4 members up here at FaZe Clan, they're actually cutting the map in half, having players multiple around the B street and over towards the C side. But it looks like it doesn't really matter here, because eUnited's going to burst through the door and absolutely squad wipe FaZe Clan. eUnited looking really good. 2 separate
2v2s in 2 corners of the map, and eUnited just won absolutely everything. Now the entire team spawning together back A, and eUnited with a shell ready for it. They don't have his high ground or a shotgun, though, but it doesn't matter, apparently. Rayne steps up, gets the kill on the foul. Now they got Shoddy, Bound dead too. Things starting to cycle in the favor of EU.
You said you wanted to see Rayne step it up, and he's currently 8-3 with 4 assists. Are you not entertained, Mr. Shyway, as Rayne is looking really good? Not sure what that nade, but maybe not as good. Maybe I think he thought he had a frag, maybe, but that was an interesting one.
That's okay. Scoreline still looking good for sure. Playing anchor here in the back of Subway, but about to phase 2. And once again, FaZe rolling in pairs. We've seen this a couple times. As they do it, though, apparently, I was going to say RyaNoob slips away with Rockets, but he doesn't, right? Foul takes him out, so Rockets now sit down. Foul still going, though. Nice little lane switch, but Sparty ready for it. Will drop him. And can they get back to Rockets in time to swing the game here? And bubu dubu, he's got no choice but to back off, so they did get them a new opportunity for RyaNoob.
And I think bubu dubu was able to get away with the Stalker rifle, but the Rockets in the hands of RyaNoob takes down the first one, almost able to get the double kill.
Damn.
But bubu dubu finally gonna fall thanks to the Bulldog. And here comes Spartan with that shotgun in hands, barking loud and pushing up with Rayne.
eUnited playing this so quick right now. Something uncharacteristic of them, but they find those opportunities when they know they're up numbers, and they will chase you down. Now that they got high ground, now they slow the game down. Now they play for angles, 30-22 here. Spartan just gonna own the alley side. Bound looking for an opening. All of his nades will create it as he gets his stick into a double in tires and stays up. RyaNoob still up in PD. Was that? Oh, that was RyaNoob's nade, I think. Unless it was Snip3down, that was a nerdy nade.
What a play coming out of Bound to pull off that double kill. Beautiful nades coming in, but sadly multiple players are still going down here. Only a 6-kill game going in favor of eUnited, so I mean, obviously United are comfortable with that, but I think FaZe are feeling like they can come back at any given moment on board with bubu dubu defending the B Street right as Rockets are coming up.
FaZe do also have the favorable spot on the map here too. They're starting to push up into Subway. As I say it, we do got a trade to start. RyaNoob with an answer as well, 34 out of 27. 2 members of FaZe up. Bubu got the stalker once again and the shotty. Does he drop one for a teammate or go for it all? Looks like for now he will save it, but he needs to be the line of defense for these Rockets. So far, so good. If you're going to drop anybody from getting to these Rockets, it's Spartan you want to take down. And Bound with a flank, too. I didn't even see it coming. He'll come through from back A. Rayne takes 2, but I think they break away with Rockets here.
Bound ends up getting the double kill, almost getting that triple kill. Snip3down going all the way down to 1 shot, but trying to defend that Rocket. This could be guaranteed 1 kill, and then also momentum going in favor of FaZe, so no wonder he wants to slow things down, does not want to put it to waste. Now you have 3 FaZe members funneling here towards the B side, and RyaNoob is sitting red. He's about to get help from Nick. This is a very important battle.
Snip3down also having a bit of a tough game, so you'd like to see him find his opportunities. Unfortunately, that Rocket was not one. Does he go for RyaNoob? Full aggro in RyaNoob, trying to be a nuisance, can't do it. bubu will take it. Another assist in for Snip3down. The fact that he's alive is a bane for eUnited. Look at this, 2 more now dead, 1 more remaining in the back of Subway, and 3 members of FaZe gonna hunt this man down. It's Nick. Gets a trade though.
Great trade coming out of KingNick, and Snip3down gonna quickly hunt him down. Almost didn't get the kill, but multiple players coming in out of eUnited to cover his back. Spartan off the screen ends up hitting the double kill. RyaNoob now making a player 1 shot, going in for the melee, and now he's shooting bodies and letting him know. Let him know, RyaNoob. Let him know.
Excuse me, RyaNoob, was that peace sign in your team photo all for show, or what? What are you trying to do?
He's saying deuces the FaZe clan because they about to be out of the tournament.
Apparently, man, I didn't know he played so dirty. All of a sudden, RyaNoob making him feel it. And as much pressure as you put on your opponents with body disrespect, do you put pressure on yourself? So far, so good for eUnited, though. 42 and counting. You're Sparty with a kill, and Sparty with a shotgun with Rockets coming up here. This is not good for FaZe.
Spartan with the Bulldog in hand. Excellent shots onto bubu dubu, putting him down to 1 shot, his former teammate. Now he's gonna wrap, and he actually catches the mid-angle, ends up getting the kill, and almost taking down Falcated as well. Love the IQ play coming out of Spartan.
This rotation out of Sparty could be the one for the game. Where did the Rockets go, though, right? They spawned up. Somebody grabbed them. I think it might have been eUnited. FaZe right now, limited resources. Stalker in the hands of RyaNoob with a line of sight. I assume FaZe have... Okay, no, eUnited have everything. And they're still respecting it. Not for long, though. As I say it, Rayne somehow goes down to a melee from Bound. bubu with a trade, too. Multiple weapons down here below B. And bubu dubu, the man with an opportunity.
Rocket launcher in the hands of bubu dubu and multiple players here on the B side as this game is about to slow down. eUnited though pushing over towards the purple street side. The Rockets come in, but not able to find one as eUnited getting the 47th kill on the board. Now Spartan ends up putting the 48th. Good kill coming out of him, and now they're only 2 away from tying up the series.
Tony, what is it with these Rockets, man? They just don't make sense to me. Like, I mean, bubu, he shot that wide, but so many opportunities you'd think would work out for FaZe that just don't, and maybe it's because eUnited, they just shut them down. eUnited, they'll take game 2, they'll take our series to 1-1.
They say we don't have a series until both of the teams able to put 1 on the board, and we have that right here, right now. This 3rd game gonna be so important to gain that momentum. It's a best of 5, so the first to put 3 wins on the board are going to be advancing forward and knocking the other home.
Like you said, Tony, now it's a series. Wasn't a series till both teams got a win. They both got a win. All of a sudden, things are looking different. Not only did they get a win and momentum, they put a couple teabags in there, too. They got a little bit of body disrespect there from RyaNoob, of all people, get down and dirty. And because of it, I wonder what kind of precedent that sets for the series going forward. Of course, FaZe, no strangers to a deficit, no strangers to this position. They'll have to bounce back.
Hey, a few teabags in that can energize your team, but also sometimes it can have the adverse effect. You know, it can actually energize the other team. Say, hey, look, you're gonna make us mad. now we're gonna play better. I know you said multiple times, you teabag Bound and Renegade, you teabag the Bull, and you're gonna get the horns. Those are two players I wouldn't want to teabag. They're probably feeling the same way does FaZe and Falcated, because he was the one on the receiving end of RyaNoob's respect crouching.
Right. Respect crouching is what we'll call it. And I know, like you said, it's something to think about on both sides. Do you opt to go for the crouch? Because if you do, you put pressure on yourself as well. I've heard that from Bound also. So make sure you're ready. If you're going to take that game plan, you're ready for the consequences, potential consequences of it. So far, our series, of course, tied 1-1. This is a best of 5. We got a few more games to go. We are getting ready with that next game. I believe we do have a very short break before we get there. So stay tuned. We'll be right back with the match ready to go. We're going to fly right in. And welcome back to HCS Anaheim. Bit of an unexpected break. Turns out there's a rule that during a series, one team is allotted a 5-minute break at any point during the series in between games. So one of the teams elected to take that break now, and that's why we had our short breaks, just to give you some insight on that. If I had to guess, Tony, I would say it was FaZe. Of course, just to keep you up to speed in case you don't know, eUnited FaZe, they're currently playing. It's 1-1 in the series in a best of 5. eUnited just won the Slayer. Yeah. So if I had to guess, FaZe just took a break. Any thoughts? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. A tactical timeout there. I mean, we see it in sports all the time. Once a team starts to get momentum, you take a timeout there to not only ice the team that has that momentum, but to kind of talk things over and figure out exactly what's going on and hopefully make some in-game adjustments. And the same thing here in esports, and FaZe probably come out hopefully a little bit more polished than they did in game number 2, because they really allowed eUnited to steal that game away. It's an interesting rule for sure. Apparently the rule, by the way, getting updates, takes place only after game 2 can the team choose that 5-minute break. But FaZe, they're going to take full advantage of every opportunity they got at their disposal to ensure that they win. If you go down in game 2 like that, you need to rally the troops. You need to talk amongst yourselves and make sure that you come back to game 3 with a mindset, a winning mindset. This is it right here, Tony. CTF Bazaar, where's that winning mindset? Do they have it? Spartan immediately going in for the Mangle. That's a winning play if you ask me. And uncontested once again, going in for the Rockets time and time again. He's able to do that. Ends up wasting both of the Rockets. Gets the kill. 3 down, go eUnited, and FaZe Clan gonna really take advantage of that starting strat. FaZe Clan definitely making it difficult for eUnited. Despite them picking up the Rockets, they really milked the hell out of the situation because of bubu now running away with this flag straight through bottom center. eUnited, is anyone in position to stop this man from getting through the cafe? Looks like he will die at the doorway. Both Nick and Rayne get their kills. Members still up on the side of FaZe, and it's Falcated in position to put this flag in. eUnited, they got to get here quick, or this is a flag on the board, and it looks like it is. 1-0 lead going in favor of Falcated, and FaZe Clan right off the rip, and he's not done. Ends up getting a kill along with it. However, KingNick still in the opposing team home, so they don't want to deal with him almost immediately. They're going to want to deal with him, but he's difficult to deal with, right? He grapples right back out. Spartan takes the kill as well, so KingNick kind of resetting the situation, letting his opponent spawn up back base and deleting them off a spawn. Fal already dead. 2-man push, I think a 3-man push up through alley. Snip3down sees it, he's going to back off. KingNick missing that first shot, but then firing a nice little pre-fire. Make sure that player did not go in for the reach out. Trading off kills, earns himself a killing spree before taken down, but 3 out of 4 members for eUnited going down. Rayne, the final player, not for long. He's going to join his friends on the black screen. Big defensive kills out of FaZe Clan. But how about the Needler? This thing is, no, you don't like it? That's the Noobler right there. The pink mist? You trying to shame Walshy and his Needler plays? Man, Walshy swears, doesn't he swear by this? Where's T-Squared to let me know how Walshy feels about the Needler? The Needler was so bad in Halo 2 that he used it for bad manners. Exactly. And it's the Noobler, as Spartan starting to advance forward here with the Bulldog. That's a gun that everybody must love because they catch you easy kills. You know what? I think the beauty of the sandbox in this game is that any of these weapons can pop off in the right situation, regardless of what you got, especially the Bulldog and especially the grapple at the same time. What an exchange there to drop multiple. Now RyaNoob with perfect timing. He's back to pick everything up. Was he hiding in that box? Like he came out like a present, like just unwrapped Ryan, like, hey, I'm gonna kill you. What kind of present is that? I don't know. I don't want that for my birthday.
RyaNoob and Spartan now going to try to advance forward over towards the Rocket side of the map. Meanwhile, RyaNoob off the screen, taking down Snip3down, one of the leading slayers. Oh. Excellent Rocket high IQ play coming in out of Spartan. The final players to be Falcon ends up hitting the double kill, and now that flag is end up being pulled once again, this time for eUnited.
You can see Sparty thinking about taking that flag alley, but he sees the thrust. He's like, nah, I'm going there. I can stay alive with this thing. Tosses the flag out down low and still has the thrust and the shotgun to bait it. Look at this. Nick gets a kill on the Bound. Sparty waiting his turn, foul the next victim, and because of it, they can get to OS and get back to the flag. I like the intention here at eUnited. Only thing is Sparty's got no weapons, so there's a BR. All while I say it looks like another member of eUnited collected the flag. What a beautiful play from the team to both secure the map and the flag at the same time.
I was a little worried about Spartan right there, only having the Bulldog and actually not having a battle rifle, but he ends up making use of it, finds himself a battle rifle, he also finds himself a cap, and now we're tied up in this game, just like we are in the series.
Tied up, and that might continue for the foreseeable future unless somebody can break through. You know what? eUnited might be the ones to do it. 2 dead already. KingNick gonna try to survive here. Spider-Man's his way out. Gonna come back for the thrust, maybe. Instead, no, he wants to grapple. In a good position, too. Vantage point on the locker. If he holds this, it's important for his team. Maybe get a couple kills, too. Bubu not down.
KingNick chilling over towards the bottom side of the map, even having himself a couple of dynamo grenades. Does end up getting a couple audio ticks, takes down Falcated for the killing spree. Going in for the bounce. So killing spree +1 earned by KingNick. And now all 4 members of eUnited not only alive, but starting to advance forward. However, Spartan will be the first one to fall.
We saw KingNick pop off in game 1, and he's starting to do so here in game 3. Tony starting back up in BR. I mean, he's been doing it. Dynamo down, got a couple ticks on it, so hopefully eUnited cleans it up. Rayne in position to do that. KingNick up above to support. Bubu Dubu does go down. Foul in trouble now, too. Multiple going to drop. 1v1 between Bound and KingNick, and Bound, look at him try to jiggle peek. You got to stay away from KingNick. This man's on a tear.
KingNick having a 3.0 KDA right now. Once again, the box coming into play here, but KingNick sniffing him out. The nades coming into denial nades, and KingNick gets out of that situation alive, although he is 1 shot.
And look at this game of cat and mouse. Foul finally gets the kill, but Bound staying alive there was so annoying, right? He chases him around a circle, and then he has to be elusive as well. Finally, they get the kill too, but it just makes the strategy difficult at eUnited. Nice little melee exchange too. Bubu Dubu, I think he was waiting down below to turn that around. And man, did his shields get melted quickly.
Former teammates, now enemies. Bubu Dubu getting the clutch kill onto Spartan and steals away the overshield. Meanwhile, Bound now having the rockets in hand and still having 1 in the chamber. Rayne and Spartan off a screen end up getting back-to-back kills, but that one's not going to connect. Actually not doing any damage whatsoever onto Rayne, and that just leaves an easy cleanup here from Bound because he's in the middle of the map.
Not only a cleanup, but multiple going to die here. RyaNoob now taking Bubu Dubu. 2 members left on FaZe. They're now in trouble. eUnited going to start to push up here. KingNick trying to play it safely. Looks like thankfully the Dynamos are up as well. KingNick and his awareness on these Dynamos, he's had it all game long. He continues to double back for them, and they're so effective, as we can see.
Mangler in the hands of RyaNoob. I don't know how he was able to see Bound right there, but ends up getting the kill. Bound trying to be a bit cheeky. So cheeky plays on both of the sides of these 2 teams. Spartan utilizing the Bulldog, ends up getting himself a double kill, and that should be a flagpole coming in out of eUnited as FaZe. 3 out of 4 members go down for them, so now eUnited, all they have to do is worry about the spawners that are coming out of lockers and are overextending.
And you can see FaZe so quick to overextend, but they're not out of the woods, that's for sure yet. I thought somebody might have grabbed that flag right away because you can see Snip3down currently sitting on top of it, Bound up above too. 2 members of FaZe, the only 2 alive, are guarding that flag like a goalie. But can Rayne push on through this? eUnited, they can play this slow and still take it.
And Rayne can really make something happen because he can get really creative with both of those grapples. He kind of grapple away from a situation and then grapple the flag over to himself, or just capping it because I did not realize that the return was coming in. And now we have a 2-1 lead going in favor of the boys in blue, and still 2 grapples in play coming out of Timothy Tinkler.
And I mean, it was just a matter of time. Tony, look at the stats on screen. 17 kills out of Nick, 18 for Sparty, 15 RyaNoob. I mean, it's nowhere even close in the Slays category for FaZe Clan. They just can't seem to find an answer. They can't win their 1v1s, not taking trades. And because of it, it's just a matter of time till eUnited finally burst down the doors and get a flag that goes through. Foul now in trouble too, he's dead. It's just the slaying power at eUnited in game 3. It's just night and day right now.
2-1 lead going in favor of eUnited. And as you say, that FaZe do end up getting a 3 down, so I know you want to see that. Because with 3 minutes and 21 seconds on the clock, there is definitely enough time, but I want to see FaZe do something before they really are forced to make moves, as opposed to right now having plenty of options to make them.
I mean, they are the aggressors, but if they take too long, their options are going to be limited. Sparty just pestering them. RyaNoob comes in with the AR to get the trade. Bubu dubu very quick to clean up Sparty, but now bubu dubu in trouble. Going to have to play it patient. Rockets up as well. FaZe going to double back for the Rocks, come back on the attack. They keep eUnited back in spawn. So another opportunity for FaZe here, less than 3 minutes to pull it off. Snipe, I think has, yes he does, have the Rockets. And not quite a kill, right? It seems like it's so difficult to get a guaranteed kill with these damn Rockets. Because of it, Snip3down goes down in a trade.
Yeah, the Rockets really kind of being annoying here, especially at this level of gameplay, because all these players are so crafty and know how to dodge as much damage as possible. Right. But Bound, excuse me, already running the flag here for FaZe, ends up getting it towards the middle of the map, but ends up throwing it right in the hands of somebody, returning it. eUnited might be able to get this right back to base here very soon, and there it is.
Unfortunate flag toss, right? You think you're tossing it out to safe. Wait, did they forget he was here? Snip3down was poking in and get defense on that flag return. Eventually, he just decided to stop shooting back, and I think because of it, they assumed that he rotated out. So Snip3down, a bit of a big brain play there to just not move and wait for his opportunity. Now he's got an OS. Now he's got a couple kills too.
Another 3 down go eUnited and FaZe Clan looking to up the tempo here. Snip3down going in for the challenge with the overshield, ends up getting the crucial kill. 3 out of 4 members down. Once again, RyaNoob, the final player. Snip3down gonna actually move the flag a little bit forward and go right back to slaying. Slays go in favor of FaZe Clan, and now the flag is on the move and over towards the 50% portion of the map.
Snip3down starting to heat up when it matters most. Flag right through the double doors. Falcated with a defensive kill, but Sparty still cleans up Snip3down. Flag sits down. Bubu can collect it. I don't think anybody's in position, but just in case they are, I like the fact that Bubu takes the long guaranteed route with the flag. That's a 2-2 with a minute left on the board, and despite the disadvantage in Slays, FaZe, they're starting to heat up.
Bubu dubu ends up getting a kill while advancing forward towards the cafe side, goes in for the challenge onto Spartan, gonna win that gunfight, and numbers still in favor of FaZe Clan. They have sucked all the energy out of the room.
They really have. All of a sudden, things looking very different on the side of eUnited. They do have a shotgun. FaZe up above, though. That's Falcated, not worried about it. Not gonna drop down into Rayne's territory here, just trying to be aware of where this man went. Rayne played it safely, though, too. I like the respect. Try to find a situation that works with the shotty here. RyaNoob still hiding down there. Join him with Bound. And now that they've gotten a kill, now eUnited can start to move quicker.
People say when it rains, it pours, and we're going to find out right here, right now, because not only do they need slays, but they need multiple rounds of slays if they want to catch the flag. The flag ends up being pulled, but bubu dubu giving them the wiggles right there, coming in out of nowhere, and the back smack is going to come in and earns himself that bulldog.
Bubu was behind the pillar. RyaNoob, I believe, had a whiff of it, but somehow Bubu jumped and he disappeared. Next thing you knew, he was behind them. So he must have jumped over somehow. RyaNoob not seeing it, and FaZe managing to get the flag off of it. We're now not in sudden death. I think this one's going straight to overtime. Tony, 1 flag left to close this out. We'll find out who can take it.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1 flag to win them all. We all know how great Spartan and eUnited are with their starting strats, but FaZe have been matching them left and right. The starting strat going to be so important because around the slays can net them a cap. Bound going straight in for the beautiful shots, ends up earning himself the overshield, and that's going to allow him to get aggressive, but he is going to take some damage here from his teammates.
Like you said, starting strat is everything here. I think currently we're 2 for 2, but the one with progress on the map is Bound. Bound in the back of the base already, but does not want to go for the flag immediately. He's alone here. Going to try to delay. As long as he's holding this part of the map, though, he's always a nuisance for eUnited. Look at this. They don't know he's here as well. Bound. Can he turn this into a well-timed flank? Sparty, in the meantime, he's still got a rocket launcher and a grapple, apparently. And a shotgun, too. He's got it all.
That he does. I would love to even drop one of those for his teammates, but you know what, Spartan's like, I'm going to be a little greedy here. I know what I'm doing. has one rockets in, ends up firing it, ends up taking out Snip3down really quick, whipping out the Bulldog, makes bubu have shields, but bubu still comes out with the kill. And now that Bulldog just sitting in the middle of the map.
So nobody really getting away with an advantage off that opening strat. We're kind of reset back to even here. Bound looking to make it uneven, though. He does get the kill. Foul with one as well. Rayne about to drop, too. So eUnited, they're dropping like flies. That's a double for Bound. And Bound going to waste no time moving up on the map through alley. Sparty waiting for it, though. He's got to live.
That Dynamo Grenade going to slow down the push coming in out of Bound, forced to actually rotate back over towards his side, but he does have some teammates with him, so nades starting to early come in towards the lockers, and he's going to up the tempo because 1 or 2 kills, and it looks like they're going to be pulling that flag as 2 down go eUnited, and Bound already making his move.
This whole round, this whole overtime, FaZe are the ones who've had the chances. FaZe are the ones who seem to be winning the fights. Despite eUnited's hot start, despite their slays, things looking different here at the end of the line. Bound with the flag, gonna take it out to center, whiffs the pull. He's gonna go for OS instead, got a teammate there. Teammate will do it. But this positioning, these resources, FaZe, they can close it out here if they clutch up, and it's gotta be Snip3down to get the touch. He's gotta get on top of it, and he can't quite do it. Too many members of eUnited in the way, they'll get the re, and all of a sudden, FaZe, they gotta work way harder.
A big blunder coming out of Bound right there. eUnited were 3 down. If that flag was over towards the middle of the map, it would not have been so easily recut, but it was right over towards the eUnited spawn still. So now Bound going to try to make up for that mistake. Ends up getting himself a nice double as the Mangler trying to go in for the third one. Ends up trading off Gil, but excellent damage coming in out of young Adam Gray.
It is a good point. That Bound fumbling that run kind of changed everything. It forced Snip3down to overcommit. At the same time, you think maybe Snip3down with the OS could just get the touch and a trade, maybe. Couldn't quite do it. Despite it, FaZe, they're not going to let that turn down their momentum. They're still heating up here. Rayne in front of the doorway to block things off, but a Mangler in the hand of Falcated will shut that down. Flag once again, same spot. This time Snip3down's turn to pick it up.
We're still in overtime where first flag cap is going to take the win. Once again, the flag over towards the middle of the map, and both of these teams fighting for that numbers advantage. But FaZe Clan losing 3 members. eUnited now going to try to work on that return. Falcated throwing an excellent grenade, gets the slay. RyaNoob getting away with the rocket launcher as well. And it looks like the return is coming in. Now eUnited have a chance to play some offense.
Such great survivability in movement out of RyaNoob too. To fade back with the rocket, wait for the timing, and then the way he thrust it out to survive. Now that he's up, look at the flank on the Bound here. Bound going to try to pester him. Does actually have the help of Falcated to take him out. Fal, can he turn that 1 kill into 2? He can, actually. He killed Nick with that thrust away, and defensive kills like that give FaZe a moment to breathe.
bubu getting excellent reversal kill, taking down Rayne. And now you see Falcated on screen started to get towards the enemy's team bridge, so he's going to be a nuisance on that bridge. bubu going right up through the double doors. 2 members of eUnited make their way onto Bulldog's side. So this is a very important battle as the flagpole is going to go down. bubu takes down Spartan and ends up getting the interlinked damage coming in. And that flag has still made it out of the base.
Flag's out. Attention drawn to bubu. He does die, but a massive play from bubu to ensure everyone's sights are set on him. Now Bound now fumbling another flag by the doorway. Unfortunate for him. FaZe, they still got numbers. They can still defend it. It's up to Snip3down in the locker. Sparty not going to waste any time getting in his face, and maybe he should have hesitated because Snip3down just put him down and might have just put down eUnited's chances of coming back in this game. FaZe, they will plant that flag in a long-fought battle, but they go up 2-1 in the series.
That they do beautiful plays coming in out of FaZe, and now they're only 1 win away from taking this series and knocking eUnited home a lot earlier than expected. Once again, bubu watching pointing to the watch and saying, it's game time.
It's been game time, but damn, what a game that was. And a lot of time spent in that damn Bazaar CTF. It tends to be that way. And I mean, it's wild to see it though, because we talked about it early game. The slays out of eUnited, they were outslaying 32 out of Sparty, 30 out of Nick. So many situations, especially the first, I want to say 2/3 of the game, it's just eUnited hammering FaZe on spawn, hammering FaZe on spawn. They're trying to find an angle, find an opening. All of a sudden, the dynamic changed in overtime. In overtime, FaZe were the aggressors. 3 separate flagpoles in overtime, and finally one comes through. Despite the fumbles and everything, FaZe, they find their footing.
That they do. And like I said, only one win away from taking the series. And now we're going to see what eUnited are truly made of.
Yeah.
They're going to have to claw their way back into this. And I'm going to call it right now.
Okay.
I think we're seeing a Game 5. These two teams are too good.
I think we should. I think they're too good. I think it's kind of meant to be. A Game 5 would be a hell of a way to close the series, close our casting for today as well, Tony. It's an interesting storyline as well, right? We go back to Raleigh, FaZe, and Sentinels. We had a wild series that we got to cast together. FaZe clutched up against Sentinels. They took it, but then lost to eUnited. In this tournament, FaZe now lost to Sentinels in a close series, and FaZe might now beat eUnited. So the script's starting to flip here.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, eUnited clutches up, and that clutch is going to have to take place right here, Oddball on Streets.
And what's really crazy to me is that back when eUnited and FaZe ended up meeting up again, it was in the elimination finals. It was for top 3, making it to the grand finals.
This is different.
And this elimination round 3 that these two Titans are going up against each other, but it's time to get down and dirty.
Oh,
and it's time to go to the streets. I want to see a fight. I want to see a clean fight. You know what? Make it a dirty one. I don't even care.
How can you say it's time to get down and dirty? Then you say I want to see a clean fight.
Make it a dirty one. It's fine.
I expect dirty plays, and I expect Foul to be the one to lead the charge. So here he goes. My God, what an off the rack to kick things off, but he is going to die just about as quickly as he got the kill. Despite it, though, can FaZe work with that opening for the ball?
Oddball quickly going in the hands of FaZe, and they're already spawning over toward the PD side, so they have their setup quite locked in at the moment. Here's the A side setup. RyaNoob does end up going down here for eUnited, so whenever you're trying to break a setup, you have to try to stay alive, and you cannot be the first one to go down, and eUnited are, but Rayne luckily has the rockets.
Rayne with the rockets, already one kill, a second on the snipe down. Well, it happens, though. Ball time still ticking for FaZe, 11 and counting. And they're going to try to hold it. And Foul going to make that game plan down once again. Got to pay attention to the slides Foul's been hitting. He did it off of his opening strat. He does it once again beside the shot he spawned. A quick angle that he gets with that curb slide, and he flies right up in your face, close to the distance with the shotty.
Bubu Dubu taking that center angle here, but two members are going to quickly go down onto the black screen. So now it's FaZe having to break the setup, but they don't have the numbers in order to do so. So what does Bubu Dubu do? Backs down over towards the purple side of the street and just waits for his teammates to push up. Excellent cross-map shots. And to going right into Nick. He's going to be the first one at the black screen. Spartan going to answer and taking down RyaNoob going down as well. And now here comes Spartan trying to defend the B side of the map.
Spartan, a turret in the center of the map here. He got shots into Foul, shots into Bound, back to Foul again. And just the fact that he's sitting here doing damage is so difficult for FaZe. They can't find the guaranteed angle on him because he's so elusive. And then he's got his teammates rotating through. RyaNoob kind of coming through. Look at this. He's also pinging the location out too. Sparty's, what a playmaker, right? To have angles in all these spots, put damage in, and also tell his teammates where to go to make a play.
Spartan making some plays here, and the entire eUnited team is doing so. But sadly, they need to make some plays, and it's going to be hard to do that when they're going way down. Bound ends up getting the double kill, and now is going to chase that ball down with two members of FaZe who are stealing the momentum and the energy in the room at the moment here. FaZe looking good.
Sparty played it all perfectly and then tried to sprint out with rockets and shot. He got clipped on the wall, lost a fraction of a second, and then died instantly. And I think that's just kind of how it goes in Halo. Sometimes this game, I swear, Tony, he's got COD timing somehow. You know, you look one way, there's nobody there. You look again, all of a sudden he's in your face. And he's going to kill you. And because of it, now FaZe, they got a chance.
That's Halo time to me. That sounds like every time I play.
Timing is a little unpredictable in this game sometimes, I got to say. You just get unlucky, you know? And sometimes that is an opportunity you got to pounce on.
Bound having the Sentinel beam, tries to put it to use, but RyaNoob not going to have any part of that. KingNick throwing down some excellent shots, ringing out here. Going towards the arcade, he does have Rayne with him, but he does go down to one shot, tries to prioritize his life, but Falcated slides in and ends up getting the kill. eUnited going 2 down, and FaZe going to clearly take advantage of that.
It's definitely a brawl over the ball. bubu going to drop it for a second because he needs a kill. And RyaNoob somehow not hitting the shotgun there. bubu going to get out just barely. bubu, I love the play though too. Very quick to rotate the ball out. He can get a couple seconds despite being down. 3 of his teammates now dead. So bubu, all he can really do is just bring the ball back to a baitable spot out center and try to milk as long as possible. But eUnited are not going to let him do that.
bubu tries to launch that, but gets intercepted.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right off the rip. Safety going right into the C side, and now eUnited getting the setup here on the B side. They're fighting for their tournament lives at the moment. RyaNoob putting down some shots, ends up getting the assist, and then the second one goes down as well. Stalker Rifle and Bulldog, what a combo coming in, Alex.
What a combo, and what a round of slays we saw off of it. Timing so perfect too, right? eUnited, they got map control, they got rockets for free off those slays. They got Stalker as well, just peppering him off spawn. And 56 points with the Oddball. They got a setup in play. Slay's still coming. FaZe, they're about to feel the hurt here. So are his teammates, apparently, too. But it's all working out for eUnited.
KingNick getting the double kill, almost getting the triple kill, forced to trade out that empty rocket launcher, but the Sentinel Beam can do some damage in the right hands. Tries to get the first few shots onto Falcated. Spartan ends up taking down bubu dubu off her screen. And now KingNick going in for the flank. Makes Falcated know exactly where he is. Excellent shots on the Snip3down. 3 out of 8. That almost all 4 members down here for FaZe Clan, and the setup is still locked in for eUnited. They're approaching that 90-point mark.
KingNick with some beautiful reticle placement and a steady beam out of that Sentinel. You got to watch out for him. Ball rotation out of Sparty too. All members of FaZe, they're going to push up through Subway, try to get hands on the ball, but very quickly eUnited, they rotate out. 95 and counting here as FaZe can't seem to get to him. And the ball will drop at 97. A couple more slays out of eUnited, and a couple more of that Sentinel Beam out of KingNick, and it's round over.
eUnited's backs against the wall here. They are able to put up 97 seconds worth of points, only needing 3 more to take the win, but FaZe Clan wanting to put an end to that. Falcated having the Stalker Rifle over towards that top Subway side, watching the cutoff. Easy shots going on to Nick. That's going to be a perfect kill, but there's 2 members coming in towards the purple street side. Spartan ends up getting the kill onto Falcated, steals away the ball, and round number 1 going towards eUnited.
Round 1 in the favor of EU, and what a beautiful setup they had on Subway side to do it, right? The round of slays and all the weapons they had in their control, and they just used that to hammer them off of spawn. So one thing we got to see out of FaZe, we got to see them get back to the weapons, get back that control early on.
I didn't see it on screen, but I started to hear some melees. I think eUnited might have been meleeing some bodies after the round. I was hearing the melees in. Bound.
Well, they're down in the series, though? Right. Well, they're down in the series? Not like this, right? Because look at you wake Bound up. He'll make plays. He's already got a double.
That he does. Not sure exactly what happened to the Bulldog. Might have traded hands over towards his teammates as the ball quickly going towards FaZe. And waiting for the Bulldog is Rayne. Rayne having a player over towards that bottom ball side, ends up getting the cleanup kill, having another one over towards the B stairs, then switching targets over towards Tires. Rayne putting shots on everybody on the map.
This man is quick with it, right? Reticle's so efficient, snaps from one location to the other. There's no hesitation in his movements. Same with that fight between Sparty Fal. They'll both drop because of it. Ball still down in center. Nobody wants to collect it till they guaranteed they got the advantage. And what a way to make an advantage. RyaNoob has a shotgun here.
Off for screen, you have multiple members chasing that purple street side. RyaNoob chasing that player all the way down to the C driveway. Ends up getting himself to the assist, but ball time going early towards FaZe. Snip3down taking down Rayne off for screen and cutting the map in half is FaZe, holding the ball towards the purple side because they know that literally all of eUnited are stuck over toward the B side of the map. Excellent awareness coming out of FaZe Clan.
Sparty, what a trade, right? He's so quick to trade that out with Bound. Bound could not escape behind the corner. Because of it, FaZe, they still don't quite have resources. They're getting ball time. eUnited hot on their tail, though. Bubu now down. And ball gonna have to be dropped from Snip3down. Snip3down looking to slay it. Unfortunately, can't quite do it. Nick will take him. Ball now out. Nick trying to play this carefully. It looks like so far eUnited in a battle of attrition here. They'll walk away with the ball. The Snipe, I think, or sorry, the Rockets, I think they have as well.
I was trying to figure out how many nades did KingNick have. I saw like 8 instant explodes right there. Bulldog in the hands. Excellent assist coming in out of KingNick as eUnited once again getting those numbers, multiple falling here from FaZe Clan. Bubu Dubu gonna get the initial kill that they need by taking down RyaNoob. And now KingNick is back-to-back, having no idea he's there. Bound ends up walking right in front of them, and that's gonna be the easy kill here for young Nicholas.
Bit of like a pseudo mind game though, right? Bound was hiding, thinking he had the cheeky play, but Nick, one step ahead, he hides in the other corner, and he gets the kill with the shotgun for it. He's already picked up a second, and he's gonna do this once again. Foul, you are walking into a trap. trap. Spree at a KingNick, and he doesn't get the double. Bound shuts him down. But the time, though, in the favor of eUnited as they start to catch up.
Yeah, while all that's happening, what does Rayne do? He rotates the ball over towards the C subway side, and the spawners are coming in towards B, so they should be able to support him. Drops the ball over towards the middle, so it's in a baitable position. Oh, but a melee coming out of nowhere. This man has eyes on the back of his head. The communication coming out of eUnited ends up getting the big kill. Now putting in the shots on the bubu dubu. Rayne is literally putting shots on everybody on the map. The same thing he did in round number 1.
Rayne out here looking like Mr. Miyagi, just wax on, wax off, right? He just looked out to his right. Where was that guy even coming from? He just karate chopped him on the right-hand side and man, sniped down.
What the?
What? Wait. Oh, he only got one. You got ninja'd?
Nah.
That was the weird. That's not a ninja. Come on. I mean, either way, Snip3down could have got more off that foul. Oh, it takes a trade too. It's a scrappy fight here, Tony, and it's tied.
Well, don't worry. You know, Snip3down could always hit up Rayne, asking for some melee lessons, you know, because Rayne, let me tell you, man, Rayne hitting that 360 on that play was absolutely crazy. Meanwhile, Snip3down, you know, a little whiffing a little bit. You got to get to the gym, you know, get some pump, get some pump in there.
Snip3down with ninjas, though, he's already, wait, where did it go? Okay. Go long, right? That rocket just got launched way in the air. RyaNoob, he caught it. He's got an opportunity with it, too. I was going to say, did you see that clip out of Tylenol with the backsmack? Snip3down tried to backsmack Tylenol. He got ninja.
Oh, gosh.
Snip3down's already got PTSD from ninjas, let me tell you.
Ooh, well, Ninja's former teammate, RyaNoob, making some plays here with the rockets. Going to be taking some heavy damage. The Stalker rifle so good coming in out of bubu dubu, able to get the cleanup. 3 down, go eUnited once again, who are fighting for their tournament lives here. They do have a 1-round advantage, but don't give FaZe Clan any kind of momentum.
This has been dangerously close, though, right? 35-all was held for minutes there, as it just seemed like it was a game of Slayer. Now, finally, FaZe, they break away a little bit here. 1:37 on the clock. Is time starting to become a factor? 51 and counting, though. FaZe looking to hold on. Sparty whittling away at the defenses. You can see FaZe, they're trapped in a pinch.
RyaNoob taking a bit of damage from his teammates, but putting down much more on the enemy team. Curve slides his way over towards front C. Now going to go in for the challenge on the bubu dubu. Excellent movement coming in out of RyaNoob that we're seeing here. Putting down damage, taking as little as possible. Now continuing to push the tempo. Finally going to take down bubu dubu. Multiple falling here for FaZe Clan.
Only 1 minute on the board here, so eUnited, they got limited options. They got to make a decision quick. They get to the ball, they can stop the timer. RyaNoob just trying to be elusive while it happens, but FaZe, if they get a nice wipe of Slays here like they might be doing, Foul gets one, then they can get to the ball and close out this round. But as I say it, I think eUnited getting the best of this. I take it back, Bound ready to turn the favor and pick up the ball too. And it looks like ball hold gonna be the play, but at some point you start to wonder, do you bleed the time or do you hold the ball?
57-35 lead going in favor of FaZe Clan at the moment. Currently playing Slayer 2.0, not putting ball time in the hands of them yet. They were trying to milk the timer a bit for a bit, but now they're going to put some more points on the board as KingNick tries to make a play with the Rockets going down to 1 shot. Does end up going in for the challenge, but not able to take down Snip3down. How many whiff Rockets have we seen in this tournament?
It's wild, dude. I have nothing to say about it other than Snip3down, he lived. And because of it, FaZe, they still got opportunities to close out this round. 17 seconds. I mean, at this point, just defend the ball and slay. Bubu knows what to do. And as I say, he picks the ball. Oh, no, you know, he rotates it to a safer spot. That's even smarter, right? Throw the ball in the back of the map, and with 6 seconds left, eUnited, what can they do? Not much.
We are officially tied up in rounds, and we are going to a 1-round wins them all. eUnited take this, and we're going into a game number 5. But if FaZe Clan win it, they are sending eUnited packing. Let's get it.
This is it. The round for the series right here, and a favorable spawn for FaZe. Favorable position for Bound, and a shotgun as well. He's already taken one, and the ball already taken by FaZe. So an early setup. Good thing they deleted Bound as quickly as they did, though. eUnited, they're going to break through.
Always love watching Bound's POV, especially when you start to feel himself, man. That movement is absolutely incredible. Also, KingNick's Rockets are pretty good, too, taking down the player. And now ball time going to go in favor of eUnited. However, they do have to deal with the player, not only in PD, but Snip3down, who's approaching the planters. And now he has friends. There was actually 3 members on the B Street side. KingNick gonna take down one. Now this turns into a flank, jumps right over to Heaven, right next to another one, ends up getting the double kill. And now KingNick really being the MVP of this round here as sending FaZe 3 down, and eUnited are making a run.
Once again, that was Nick with a big brain play, right? He spots Bound in PD, but he doesn't let Bound steal his attention. Instead, he goes into tires and looks for a wide flank, waits patiently, gets his kill on a separate player, then kills Bound later. Because of it, eUnited, they got the opportunity for a temporary setup and 24 points. So if Nick and team continue to make plays like this, they can continue to pull away. Of course, Bound going to make sure it doesn't happen.
Bound jumping right out to the tire side. Having a couple members over towards bottom tire. Ends up whiffing the melee, the headshot.
He got it.
No, he got it.
I guess.
I couldn't tell for a moment, but man, easy kill coming out of Bound. Well, at least it should have been. It should have been easy. It was a little tougher than it should have been.
Whoa.
Taking down RyaNoob, going in for the challenge onto Cafe to finally gonna be able to take him down. As eUnited now having the numbers.
I want to find a situation where it's like the hardest kill ever. Just say easy kill, like a 360 no scope on FaZe, just easy kill. Anyway, we'll see. It's not about to be easy from here on out, that's for sure, Tony. Rockets now up, big point of contention to control, and Nick wasting no time selecting him.
KingNick going down to one shot. Has to secure these rockets here, holding on to tires. I think he feels the pressure coming in from Snip3down. And Snip3down throwing an excellent checkmate. Ends up backing down KingNick, who gets the double and then gets the triple kill. Does KingNick, utilizing the rockets, now going to grab himself a Bulldog and might go right for the reach out, but Snip3down ends up going down, and eUnited still holding on to the setup.
I feel like so many other players would just ego chow for that over because they already got 3, but KingNick, he doesn't want it. He's playing the long game. He jiggle peeks out, Snip3down comes back for Shoddy, and now he's got more blood in his hands.
KingNick having the Bulldog in hands, going down to one shot, almost immediately forced to back down, but again, prioritizing his life. The man is 9-2 at the moment, and you can see why.
Oh, they need 2 to kill him, and 2 they will send. FaZe with a double push on both sides into Subway, gonna neutralize that ball real quick. As I say it though, 63 seconds for eUnited. They can't afford swings like this anymore. FaZe, they gotta lock it up and do it quick.
And bubu trying to lock things up with the Bulldog. Excellent shots going in. Spartan going down to one shot.
Who do you kill?
Having 2 in front of him, but not able to get the kill on either one of them. 2 down. Go FaZe Clan, and eUnited once again going to up the tempo and get onto this ball time. FaZe couldn't afford any more ball time, but here we are. eUnited stealing it from them.
That was some like Naruto Shinobi level baiting out of those 2 players on eUnited. The right back, bubu shoots one to the right, shoots one to the left. Like he can't get either because they keep poking and prodding at him. Bubu once again gonna try to kill Rayne, but Rayne getting his backside instead. And that actually I'd say was more of a ninja than what we saw earlier, Tony. That might be the round in the game too. Look at this, 90 accounting.
No jutsus needed here for eUnited, still holding on to as much time as possible.
That's
More teamwork coming in. Spartan gonna grab onto the ball, and like you said, that might be it.
No, it is.
eUnited are sending us to a game number 5.
Tony, you said it earlier that this would not be, it wouldn't be a real, it wouldn't be a series, right? If it didn't go to a game 5, this one just feels right. It just has to go to game 5. eUnited, they push it to the edge once again, and we're going the distance on this one.
That we are. But man, let me tell you, I mean, I did see some bad manners at the end of round number 1.
They're always looking
for
the bad manners. Where are they? Who's got BM this time?
I mean, hey, it was eUnited, and like you said before, sometimes you poke Bound and you're gonna get the horns, and that might be exactly what happens here going into game number 5. Or eUnited can continue to outslay the enemy team like they did here in game number 4. It didn't work for them in the last objective, but this time the slaying heavily working for eUnited.
But I think the key here, though, is that there is a common pattern starting to form, and it's a worrisome pattern for FaZe. There's a they're outslaying every game right now. They've outslayed in CTF despite losing it. They outslayed heavily in Oddball as well. And look at the damage too. 9,500 at a Spartan and RyaNoob. The damage is just overwhelming in the favor of eUnited. We're about to jump into a Slayer game 5. If FaZe don't get it together in Slayer, I mean, it's curtains for them. It's a little worrisome, right? Even losing the objective, even when eUnited lost the objective, they still had the slays.
Yeah, we're going to find out if FaZe can bounce back. I mean, they had early control in the series, and they were looking good. I'm not going to lie. I was actually quite worried about my prediction switch, I guess, towards eUnited. But now, eUnited having that momentum, sending us into Game 5. And like we said multiple times, they've been outslaying the enemy team. And now we're going into Slayer, which that's all that matters here in Game 5.
FaZe needs the ice. FaZe needs an answer. FaZe needs to figure out how to slay and how to out 1v1 eUnited, because right now they can't do it. Right now, when they meet up with Spartan the Dog, Sparty seems to come out on top. 30 kills plus out of these boys on eUnited consistently. And FaZe, where is their answer? I have heard from the producer that FaZe have elected to take a second allowed break. I'm learning this right now. There's a couple rules in the book here, and FaZe taking full advantage of these rules to ensure that they can regain in between these maps and close out this series on top. Of course, FaZe, they came in 3rd place in Raleigh. They don't want to get knocked out. Now eUnited, they came in 2nd. They don't want to get knocked out. So FaZe, they're taking a short break. I believe 5 minutes is the max that they can work with to talk things out and get their mindset back in check. They got 2 minutes left, just for the record. So we're going to keep talking for 2 minutes. Tony, thoughts?
Well, yeah, I mean, just like in the NFL, I mean, we have the Super Bowl coming up literally tomorrow. What do you do when a team has momentum? You have to call the timeout. You have to literally slow down their momentum, ice them out a bit, but also talk things over. You have to be making in-game adjustments, and that's exactly what FaZe are doing. They're saying, hey, look, what the heck just happened right there?
Is that what you say?
Hey,
I hope not.
Actually, sometimes there's actually some more curse words in there, though, but, you know, I'm just trying to keep it friendly for Team Xbox. Thank you, Xbox, for sponsoring the stream. But that's what you got to do. They have to make sure you're adjusting, because if you're not adjusting, you're not adapting, you're going to get run over. eUnited have really changed up their gameplay, and FaZe need to match it.
There's a lot of different angles you could take with that, though, right? You could say, you know, what's going on? We got to play our game. Or, you know, like what type of approach do you take? It's like, new map coming up. What's the game plan, right? Focus on the game plan. Don't think about what happened too much in the series prior. Don't let that get to you. Maybe focus on what's coming up. And I'm sure the coach will be the one to dictate that discussion. Either way, let's take a look at the bracket real quick while we wait for the final match of this series. Because, like we said, the loser, they go out of the tournament. There's still quite a few teams in this tournament as well. We've got, on the winner's side, this is coming up tomorrow, I believe, by the way. Or some of it's happening now, as you can see. C9 Pioneers, they're currently facing off winner's side. On the loser's bracket, of course, FaZe and eUnited now in 2-2 in their series. G2 Esports, I believe, have punched their ticket into top 8 by winning their series with Oxygen Esports. And I got the update. Apparently, XSET beat Fnatic. XSET, I believe, will be going up against G2 Esports. So XSET's still in this. And Fnatic, despite the plays they made against C9 earlier, they're out of the tournament.
Well, here we are. Game number 5 gonna be on recharge. First to 50 kills take the win. Where, as always, we're throwing 12 minutes on the clock. And this time it's about who wants it more. No more chances. FaZe, eUnited. Alex.
Yes.
What are the keys to success?
Win your 1v1s, right? Win your damn 1v1s. FaZe, they need to, especially against Spartan. Don't let Sparty pick up the shock. Like you said, Tony, there's no more chances on either side. It's do or die. And you're going to die if you let Sparty pick up the shock, I think, in my opinion. This dude does not miss.
And don't forget about the camouflage, the mangler. Don't forget about anything on the map, which is really hard to control everything. And we're going to see who can do it most. Spartan already putting the long-range shots onto Falcated. RyaNoob off a screen, taking down Bound. So the first kill, first blood being put in by eUnited. And they're also going to net themselves a camouflage mangler combo for KingNick.
That first blood is so crucial because it could trickle into quite a bit more. Nick on the prowl here, waiting patiently though. We've seen him make a few big brain plays in this tournament so far, and this might be another. Does get the kill on Bound, spots another coming out from his right-hand side, and doubles back to get the kill on Fal. Man, Nick has been popping off in this series to save his team.
Man is royalty, and we're all just peasants in the sights of KingNick. Now having the shock rifle in hands, he can make some plays as well as we have all of eUnited here towards the A Whirlpool side of things. Spartan going right at bubu dubu. He immediately going to drop the shock rifle over to his teammate, most likely going to be Spartan.
Oh my God, he gave it to Sparty McFly. Who else but Spartan to pick? Oh, wait a second. You always got to hold your breath for every moment that somebody walks into the sight line of Spartan the Dog. he starts to hit these shots, things start to change. 9-6 on the board, make it 10, and that might extend.
Spartan gonna slow things down, and so do the entire eUnited squad. Slowing things down to almost a snail pace, not letting anybody make any mistakes, just allowing Spartan to find some heads to click on here. Spartan now going to try to advance forward over towards a perimeter that's actually going to be top gold, ends up catching a grenade and having no idea as a player on top
perfect.
Gold, who ends up moving forward.
Perfect.
Spartan ends up finding him, not going to hit the melee, but excellent shots come in, at least the grenade to stop him for quite some time, but Bound ends up getting the kill.
Well executed, play by Bound and Foul. Bound was just peppering him from across the map, just hitting a couple cheeky shots, but making himself so difficult to kill, and he opened up an opportunity for Foul to push in full aggro and secure the kill. They shut down Spartan, and by shutting down Spartan, they've given themselves a chance to breathe and a chance to stalk their prey, too. Bubu's got camo, sword.
We saw what KingNick can do with the camo and Mangler combo, but I'm telling you, bubu can do even more when you have the sword and the camouflage, but not able to find anybody. Finally, somebody popping into the site. It's going to be RyaNoob that makes it easy with the sword, and then the nades going over towards Nick, who's going to back down onto the Whirlpool side. Shots are starting to ring out, but FaZe are in trouble thanks to the beautifully placed nade here by Spartan, who ends up getting that double kill on the kill feed.
FaZe definitely in trouble. Like you said, despite Sparty going down with that shock, it's still 18-11, so FaZe yet to make a dent in the defenses of eUnited. All members spawning up attic pipes. How do they break out of this? And how do they avoid the line of sight of Spartan, who's got another shock? Only 3 shots, but 3 potential kills when it's this guy.
18-11 lead going in favor of eUnited, and FaZe gonna have to make something happen here.
He goes
Do
for that.
not allow FaZe Clan to put some separation in the scoreboard. The perfect kill gonna come in, ends up earning himself a killing spree. Excellent shot coming out of Spartan, and he still has a few more.
Just one more, actually, and couldn't quite connect it. Bound's been quite difficult to kill with the shock, but maybe the sword will do the trick. Rayne puts him down. You can see Bound, how quick he is to shoot the scope off of Spartan. Make things difficult, but if you got a sword, not much scoping or de-scoping can be done here, right? Rayne just gonna continue to bounce up and down and attic.
The nade's gonna fly in almost like they knew exactly where Rayne was. Ends up putting it down to 1 shot, but he is staying alive. Meanwhile, off the screen, eUnited getting multiple kills, putting FaZe Clan 4 down as eUnited, and they have now doubled the score of the boys in red.
FaZe staggered here. They can't find an answer. They continue to spawn together, and eUnited continue to find a perimeter around the map to collapse on them from all sides. We're seeing it once again now with Spartan and Camo. Look at the efficiency, too. Snaps onto both Foul and Bubu, and now that he's weakened them, eUnited, they're starting to get aggressive. We've seen this all game. They take down one, and they use their numbers to just run over the rest.
Still having the camouflage, as I said, it might be coming into an end here. But he does still have the mango slides right under an enemy player. Ends up getting the kill and getting back the shock rifle. Does Tyler. Goes right in after Bound. Gonna barely miss that one. But let me tell you, he has plenty more to go. At least you're able to take down Bound, but I mean, he has no sword ammo left. He ends up using almost all of it as a Falcated. Gonna whiff a shot with the shock rifle, immediately gonna back down towards the A side of the map, try to make something happen here for FaZe Clan. Falcated has to go off.
FaZe needs a playmaker. Foul's gotta be that playmaker. And the shock is the weapon to make the play. He just can't find the opportunity just yet. eUnited, Tony, they've done this time and time again, right? They have an advantage. When they have an advantage, they slow the game down. Because why bother? Why bother pushing your opponent when they got to come to you? And you got a sword. RyaNoob's just going to hide on one side. Nick supporting him. You got 2 others on the attic. And you got Falcated just watching the door like a hawk, but it's just somebody's got to make a move.
Like you said, we've actually seen eUnited do this time and time again, but now eUnited gonna up the tempo. Spartan ends up getting the double kill. KingNick gonna earn himself a little bit of disruptor action. I'm sure that will come into play as RyaNoob does end up getting cleaned up. I believe camouflage in the hands of FaZe Clan Snip3down.
This is so brutal for FaZe. I feel like losing game 4 just activated eUnited's trap card. Like, this is their best map, Slayer. I think that they have... The way that eUnited play this map is so frustrating. It's so difficult to not get locked in their game plan. To break out, you've got to outslay convincingly. This is the best opportunity I think we've seen, though. All 4 of them trapped in pipes, and a pinch might form here.
Snip3down going to try to break into the gold side of the map, ends up getting the kill onto Spartan. Now quickly going to go over towards top goal, but he is one shot, ends up going down, but so do 4 members of eUnited FaZe Clan. Really starting to go off, and the spawns are now being funneled over towards the C side of the map.
I mean, sure, they got their kills, but maybe a little sloppy considering we're down to the wire here. Like, Snipe, you know, as great as that play would have been if he made it, he was one shot. He had teammates there to clean up that kill, so bit of a rough situation. 38-30, still a chance in this game if Bound finds a head.
And that's exactly what Bound is looking for. He has 2 players now going to try to rotate over towards long haul. This is one thing that I've always been so impressed with eUnited is the way they're able to change the pace in the game. They can speed things up once they have numbers, but they can slow things down, and now you can almost cut the tension in the room with a butter knife or an energy sword. That works too.
You could cut the butter with a sword, cut the tension with an energy, I don't know, with an energy sword. And nobody wants to get near that energy sword. It's like Rayne can smell it, right? He smells the butter all the way from out here. Was there a ninja on the fade too? Something. Either way, 2 kills on each side, right? 1 on each side. 32 now actually to 39. 7 separating these teams. Camo just spawned as well, I believe, and Bound still has the shock. They got all the resources. They even got Camo. Assuming Foul lives, the entire team wants him. Nick somehow flanked through, but they haven't found Foul just yet. Foul needs to stay up. Nick looking for him. He takes the kill. 40 on the board for eUnited, 10 to close it. Now Snipe dies as well. 42 as eUnited continue to pull away.
An 8-kill game. KingNick having the sword in hands. Bound actually having to reload, but somehow Bound ends up getting the headshot kill. And now he's going to earn himself a shock rifle, also having 2 grapples. Bound, the most important player on the map. He can really make things happen. Meanwhile, off the screen, RyaNoob taking down bubu. Dubu Falcated going right after RyaNoob. Bound now hunting down KingNick, getting an easy kill, but ends up getting dropped by Spartan.
Right, little trades coming in here left and right. It's a 5-kill deficit, so not unwinnable for FaZe, but if they continue to trade, they're going to lose this game. Foul right now got to play carefully, out back C. Teammates already wrapped out through A. Once again, we're at a stalemate with the map. eUnited, they do not want to poke them. 2:40 on the timer, so we still got time to work with here. But once again, we're down to a crawl. Who makes the impact play? And this time you want it to be FaZe to lead the charge if they want to even the odds here.
And how many times have we seen eUnited slow the game down, especially when the time is exactly where it is right now, 2 minutes and 20 seconds. They want to make it mathematically impossill for FaZe to come back. And so eventually FaZe are going to have to make a play here. 2 minutes and 11 seconds on the clock and a 6-kill game going in favor of eUnited.
The Camo has to draw him out center. What? Bound died. Bound killed himself somehow. He might have fallen off the map. He fell off. I don't know how he fell off the map, but you fell off the map in the final game for your tournament life. I'm not sure what happened. 39 right now, 45. They regained from the deficit, but the 6-kill disadvantage still there, and Spartan still getting kills. What? What? He lived?
Oh my gosh, he repulsed himself onto the sword platform.
He did. I mean, was it intentional? It doesn't matter. It's 49-40. eUnited, they're about to take this game in this series. Off of that ridiculous survival out of Spartan, RyaNoob will take the last kill, and eUnited will take a game 5. I could hear him all the way from outside. Tony, my God, what a close to that series. eUnited, they deserve it off that one.
I just loved watching Spartan get repulsed off the map and then him having the IQ to look down and then repulse himself even further. So he actually lands on the sword pad and then jumps right back on the base.
If he meant to do that, then that blew my mind. Because right, like who in that situation thinks to land on the sword pad by so if you look down and you repulse, if you basically go nowhere, but just a tiny bit, right? It's just a little fluff upwards from that one downward repulse. That might have been all he needed to just land on that platform, which is honestly mind-blowing, if true. How did Bound die, by the way, too? Bound killed himself at one point. I hope the result was, you know, due to an exchange, maybe over on C, but couple questions I have. Doesn't matter. The game, the tournament, it goes on. And eUnited, they go on. FaZe, that's it for the tournament on Saturday evening. FaZe already out of this in a heartbreaker.